Yes, people, what's going on? Egal Talks Football. We're back again with another video. I got Judge Mo in the building. We're here to talk a little bit about the Arsenal-Inter game as Arsenal exposed the Premier League that we are not the ones that are playing defensive football. It's them who are the ones playing defensive football.
Who fucking defensive football? Why are you lying? Who played defensive football? Who played defensive football?
No, I'm talking about the Premier League.
Oh, okay. I'm like, okay.
What are you talking about, Inter? You think I'm talking about Inter? I fully just said the Premier League got exposed.
Okay. Cool.
You really got triggered there. Listen, and then we're going to talk about GYOKERES versus Jesus and a little bit more things that we need to talk about. But before we go any further, bro, did you expect that? The best team in Italy going up against the best team in the Premier League and Arsenal with a heavily rotated...
It was a 50-50. You were heavily rotated. And also you were missing Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard, the left back, and Gabriel. We missed players. But I'm just going to say this. Arsenal are more structured than Inter. It shows in the first goal, the Arsenal scored. The line was not great. You know what I mean? The line was not good for Inter. You know what I mean? That's why Gabriel Jesus scored the set pieces. That's what we created chances. I just think that we couldn't cope. Our backup in the back line is at Sherbia, 40 years old. Your backup is a strong Mosquera. In the middle, we don't have Hincapie as well. Like, that's your backup. But the difference in finances is ridiculous. And the difference is resources is massive, to be honest with you. But also, I think there's a quality difference, which is a lot of people don't talk about. Like, I think you watch Gabriel Jesus, 2 chances, 2 goals. And you watch Lautaro Martinez and Thuram, could have had 2 goals, and then they just didn't score, and they didn't shoot, and they didn't get... And that's the difference in quality. I think Arsenal I think you're a very good side, actually. I think you're the best side in Europe currently, as it stands.
You know, the way I wanted to view this was, look at our performance last year when we came to your ground compared to this year when we came to your ground. Last year when we came to your ground, we were playing a strong side, and you were heavily rotated. This year, you played as strong as the side as you could potentially, and we're the team that heavily rotated.
Yeah, but there is a difference between the Inter of last season and the Inter this season. You are linking both the same. We're completely under a new coach that plays completely different brand of football. We don't defend. We don't play deep. We don't defend in bulk. We go forward with numbers. We leave players in front of the ball. This is like...
Do you rate your new manager?
He's a very attacking player, of course. Yeah, Habibi, what new manager? He has no experience. He has, before he came to Inter, he managed only 16 games as a main coach.
So why did they select him?
Because they wanted to go with the easy side. They wanted to go with the easy choice. That's what they wanted to do. So no, they actually...
But you know, I believe there's a new era of football. A lot of these managers currently are inexperienced to a level because it's a new wave of managers. Companies are buying...
Yeah, but Inter is different than Arsenal. You got Arteta and you asked Arteta to rebuild your team. We got this guy and we still renewed Darmian. We still renewed Cherby. We still, like, come on, we got Akanji on loan at 30 years old. Like, it's different. When Arteta came to Arsenal, he's like rebuilding with Saka, Martinelli, get him Odegaard, Saliba, Ben White. That's different. Ramsdale. That's different than us. We don't have that. But we got new young players as well. That guy Susic in the middle is very technical player. I think he needs to eat a little bit more. He needs to go to the gym.
The goal scorer, of course.
I
want to talk about 2 players specifically. I hear a lot of praise about Barella and Bastoni, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe it was a poor platform against Arsenal yesterday, but neither of them showed up, in my opinion.
Barella hasn't showed up from the beginning of the season. Bastoni defensively hasn't showed up for a couple of years. They are distraught and they are finished from the
a couple of years.
Bastoni is very good going forward.
Defensively, he's not good?
He's not fantastic defensively. Bastoni is not the best defender. He's not Gabriel. You know, Bastoni's best ability is forward. He can play a left winger. He'll be your best left winger if he plays for you. He can cross. He's very good on the ball. To be honest, like, he's a left back that goes high and cross. You know, Bastoni created like a lot of chances in the league, right? Like, Bastoni is fantastic as a go defensively. He's okay. He's okay.
No, because you probably see it on the internet. That girl, the British girl Paige, she's always talking about Bastoni as one of the best defenders in the world.
She doesn't know what she's talking about.
All right. And then you also have people saying Nicolas Barella. I did a combined 11 there, like
So
Barella.
Nico Barella, on ability, he's one of the best midfielders out there, and the energy is there. That's why for seasons he had a lot of assists. He had a lot of big chances. Barella lost his mind. Barella's mentality is cooked. Similar to Arsenal last season. You know when you came from the disappointment of the 24-25 season? Sorry, 23-24 season? Yes, the 23-24 season when you went toe-to-toe with Man City. Look at last season, and Arsenal mentality was cooked. The players looked distraught. Like Odegaard wasn't the same. Saka was injured, but he wasn't the same. Saliba, you remember Saliba last season didn't look the same as the Saliba before. Because of what happened last season at Inter, because we bottled the league in game week 37. It was in our hand. It was given to us twice, and we didn't win it. The Champions League final loss. What happened in the Cup against Milan? We were leading, and Milan we didn't give a fuck, and they were kind of lost. We were humbled. I think the players' mentality is similar to Arsenal last season. When I know we are top of the Serie A now, just because our manager plays very good attacking. You saw yesterday, we created abundant chances against Arsenal. We commit players for us, we break the lines, we break your press, we can get behind your back line. But this season, defensively, we're not the strongest, actually. On numbers, we are strong, but I don't think we are the same as under Inzaghi defensively. But I like this new coach. I like what he's doing, to be honest. I enjoy watching Inter more than under Inzaghi. It's way more entertaining. And if it gets me the league, I actually want to get knocked out of the Champions League. If you ask,
really?
100%. I want to get knocked out.
Wow.
As early as possible. I want to get knocked out as early as possible from the Champions. I would be upset, but logically speaking, I would rather focus on the league without a shadow of a doubt.
All right. I got some talking points. Let's get on to some of those talking points. Go ahead. First things first. Gabriel Jesus back in a brace. Viktor Gyökeres scoring a goal. 3 goals scored at the San Siro from 2 of our strikers. Does Arsenal have a striker selection issue now? Because we can talk about the game while we're speaking about some of these things. Jesus scoring his 2 goals. I think it was an instinctive poacher's finish, that first goal. Set piece, we're just unbelievable at set pieces. Like, at this point, when we get penalties, we have a better chance of missing penalties than we do set pieces. That's the reality. And you can tell by that game versus Plymouth, when Madueke missed a penalty and we scored from 3 set pieces, I think, or 2 set pieces. And then I'm just happy Jesus did what he did in that game, showed that he still got it. And it's good to see a player coming back from a major injury, scoring goals, contributing. And then Gyökeres made a difference with the amount of space you gave us in that second half. Made a big difference.
Yeah, he scored a good goal and everything. I know that people get ahead of themselves about Gyökeres. Like, this is not what's going to happen in the league. But basically, he got the spaces because Inter were 2-1 down and we attacked and you got hit us in the corner. That doesn't happen in the Premier League. So
wait.
I don't want people to get ahead of themselves, to be honest with you.
He's also scored against Chelsea. He's also scored against Atletico Madrid.
Egal is not good. Egal, you just watch him. He's not good. Why do you lie to yourself? You don't have to defend your player blindly.
One second. The difference between Darwin Núñez and this guy, Darwin Núñez was not.
We watched it yesterday. We did it. Me and Ashraf did it yesterday. It's not good. Egal is not good.
No, that's not true. He is good at finishing. He might not be good at movement. He might not be good.
What do you mean he's good at finishing? What fucking finishing? What are you talking about? Don't be like this.
Mo, stop. Please understand. He doesn't get enough chances to be a to get.
Yes.
chances.
Okay. Let me give you an example. Yesterday he had a chance to shoot. He literally went to row Z. Why is that?
I don't know. He misplaced the kick. I don't
think you misplaced the kick by missing by a yard or 2. The literally kicked it on row Z.
He had 2 chances.
And also finishing. Finishing, I think finishing is not only about finishing the chance. It's about putting yourself in the best place to actually get the shot that you want. Against Murillo,
who's a better finisher, him or Jesus?
Jesus. Against Murillo,
Jesus is not a better finisher than him.
Jesus is a better finisher. Against Murillo, let me talk.
Go.
Against this one thing about finishing is not only the last touch, it's getting yourself in the right position to finish the chance, not to be awkward, not to be under pressure. Against Murillo, any striker would cut across the defender, right? it's either a red card or he's one-on-one and the defender cannot chase him. He put himself in a place where Murillo can come back. That's part of being a finisher. It's putting yourself in the right place to finish the chance. He didn't do it because he cannot balance himself to get the right shot. That's what he did. Yesterday against Inter, by the way, yes, he finished. It fell to him. Broski, it fell to him the right way. He literally passed it and it hit someone and it fell to him and he finished it. And by the way, Zomer was ahead of the line. It's a good finish by him. But come on, any pro player would do that. Any player at Bournemouth or anything would do this. Yesterday, he scored a goal, and I hope it gives him confidence. Fine, because I don't hate him. But we're not going to sit here and say, oh, yeah, GYOKERES is better finisher. Tell me, based on Portugal, yes. Jesus is about the dinks. Is about, no,
Okay.
come on, we're not going to do this.
I think he's a better ball striker than majority of the players in our team.
Where are you getting this? From where?
I'm getting this based
Sporting,
I'm basing
right?
this off of what I've seen from him
This season?
at Sporting, in training, and all these other things. The way that he can hit the ball with power into corners, I need to see that more in an Arsenal shirt on the pitch against defenders. I get it, but Jesus, he scored one header from a set piece and he scored a poacher's finish. I don't think Gabriel Jesus is a better all-around finisher than GYOKERES.
Yeah, but you're saying that based on Sporting Lisbon, which is if the GYOKERES of Sporting Lisbon play for Arsenal, he might be the best striker in the league after Haaland. If that GYOKERES Sporting Lisbon guy that we watched last season play for Arsenal this season, right? You would be 15 points ahead. You would be way. He's not that guy.
I've not given up on GYOKERES. I still believe GYOKERES is a quality player, and what we're seeing of him.
You're hoping.
No. The reason why I'm saying this is because I looked at the amount of shots he has taken compared to like an Igor Thiago or a Haaland or even a guy like the Crystal Palace Mateta. He has taken less shots than all of these guys. And that's not only because of his movement. That's also poorly down to the poor setup of our attack. There's games where he doesn't get a touch we're playing for over an hour with him on the pitch and he gets 6 touches. Like, what are we really doing?
He doesn't move well as well. He doesn't move well.
Hey, I think it's down to the attack not getting used to playing with a striker. We're still used to playing with a false 9 and he's not a false 9. Once we get used to playing with him, I believe he's going to go on a purple patch and everyone's going to say, you know what, he's an unbelievable player.
Maybe. Unbelievable player is crazy. But
bro, what I seen versus Leeds, versus Burnley, the goal he scored against you guys, the performance he had against, Chelsea in that cup, I don't think he's a bad player. I think he's still a really good player. And we're going to see he's levels above guys like Darwin Núñez and Jesus and all these guys who are good players, but they're not finishers like he is.
Yeah, Habibi, do you know Darwin Núñez in the 23-24 season when Liverpool bottled the league because of him, Darwin Núñez has better numbers than him until now per game. Better numbers than him. He's better numbers than him.
Right now,
target per game.
The best summer signing. He has 2 goals less.
Are you telling me that you're watching Viktor GYOKERES and you think that Viktor GYOKERES is similar to Ekitike?
No, I'm just saying.
Egal, don't do that. Don't do that.
One is considered the player of the season.
You don't defend players blindly.
Of the season. The other one's considered a flop, and there's 2 goals to separate them.
Okay, so make your statement. So this is a fact. What is the statement behind it?
My statement is GYOKERES is being heavily over-criticized because it's the only element.
So you think he's good? You think? Okay, so let me ask you a question. Do you think GYOKERES has been good for Arsenal?
Arsenal's game you can criticize, hence why people.
Okay, do you think GYOKERES has been good for Arsenal? Say yes or no question.
I don't think he's been the same level as what he was at Sporting. So based on that, he's been underwhelming.
I don't care about Sporting. Do you think GYOKERES has been good for Arsenal this season?
In the grand scheme of things, no. But he delivered when.
Who do you think is the worst player at Arsenal now?
The worst player at Arsenal this season.
Who's
the worst player at Arsenal this season has been Miles Lewis-Kelly.
He hasn't played enough for you to judge him.
All right.
Don't do that. He hasn't played. So you have to have enough minutes. You have to have enough minutes.
If you want to say out of the starters, it would definitely be GYOKERES. But you'd have people say Odegaard, and I think those
I think Odegaard hasn't been bad.
No, I think those people are blind. People have an Odegaard agenda.
I
They
don't
do.
think Odegaard has been bad this season. People
But
that
hey,
hate on Odegaard.
let's get on to one more thing before we go and finish off this game. I thought Arsenal coming there with Cristhian Mosquera starting and not Gabriel. Mosquera showed he is levels above a lot of these other defenders that other teams have. Like he could start for a lot of teams right now.
100%. Mosquera is a good defender. Arteta has made also, it's the structure. It's how he actually plays. Arteta is fantastic, actually, in terms of like getting Mosquera up to speed. That's why I think Mosquera has the ability. Yesterday, a couple of times he was turned, but again, Mikel Arteta is really good in actually making these defenders look great because the system, the structure, he knows how to coach them to stand where they need to be on the pitch, and he's fantastic. Actually, 1-on-1 against Marcus Thuram, I thought he held himself very, very well. To be honest with you, very well.
What do you think about the fact that Arsenal is now 7 for 7 in the Champions League? Impressive start to the Champions League campaign. And
Best in Europe.
And Mikel Arteta currently has a better points per game ratio than Pep, Zidane, Ancelotti.
But he hasn't won anything yet.
I know he hasn't.
No, but we cannot do that. We cannot make that because of the number of games. The sample size is much smaller than the Ancelottis and the Peps and all these guys.
Okay, how about this? Forget about that then. Arsenal right now, when you're any team in Europe, you're trying to find a way to avoid Arsenal.
100%, yes. Nobody wants to face Arsenal.
I'm seeing charts from like data people talking about these are the teams that are possibly going to avoid playing Arsenal and being on that side of their draw. Bayern is the number one team that's going to avoid us because they're going to finish second. And then everyone else kind of like, it's just luck of the draw, similar to what happened to us last year.
Currently, as it stands, I don't know where you're going to go. You're going to go to maybe, there is Barcelona on your way. And Juventus, one of them, or
possibly.
But it's going to change today, you know that. It's going to change today. Right?
Yeah, it changes. It's going to change on the final day also. But right now, Arsenal, heavy favorites for the Champions League. And do you think it's warranted? Because I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, 100%. I think you can win the Champions League.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 100%. You're suited to the Champions League. You're similar to the triple Inter season. Very similar. Dominating the league, dominant in the league. You have you dominate teams in the league.
I think we've already won the league, bro. I'm not going to lie to you.
I think you did as well. I think the league is most likely. People say anything can happen in football. That's fine, but unless something disastrous happen, I don't see that. I don't see Man City coming back actually from this.
I'm not gonna lie. Right now, what will Arsenal win this league this season? I think we have one hand on the Premier League, and we're close to touching the League Cup. And then
depends the final against Man City. Anything can happen, but I see Arsenal winning that final. To be honest,
yeah. So I'm looking at potentially 2 trophies already close to being in the bag, and then FA Cup. I'm not really thinking about it yet because we haven't gotten too far.
It's too far for people to think about FA Cup.
But we have Wigan, and then you look at a little bit further down Champions League. If we do win a Champions League double this season. Unbelievable season that would be.
I'm gonna tell you something. If Arsenal win the Champions League and the Premier League this season together, it will be the end of the internet for a lot of people. Actually,
bro, you know what?
I'm gonna tell you something. It's gonna be the end of the toy. There is a toy. I said that on the terrace. There is a toy that people in the last 3 years. It's the easy content.
Easy.
It's easy content. No. The easy content in the last 3 years. Is you get an Arsenal fan on and you ask him, are you Arteta in or Arteta out? Are Arteta a bottle job? Easy content. You spend an hour, super chats, you spend an hour on the show, and you're actually doing this. Now, if Arsenal win, people will have to analyze football for real. People have to sit down and analyze football. And a lot of people are not capable of doing this because they don't know how to analyze football.
110%. And
they don't know how to analyze football. So you're taking away their toy. So until the last moment of the season, they will fight it.
Bro, even within my own fan base, there was somebody the other day talking about Arsenal and saying we're shit. I'm like, because we drew a 1 game, what are we doing? Yeah, we drew to Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. Good defenses. But to call us shit, what is everybody else then? And this is where I think you're 100% spot on. The agenda that Arsenal's the banter club, people have been running with that for a long time. People have been running with make fun of Arsenal fans. They're delusional. They're this. This is going to be, the way I put it, the day Arsenal go and deliver a league title or a Champions League, it's over for people. And the way that they speak about Arsenal, they're now going to have to speak about us differently. Because guess what? It's now Manchester United and Chelsea who have the longest league title streak without winning a league. Now it's them that have to be worried about, oh, you can't say what a trophy, you can't say all these childish jokes anymore. You have to actually have a tangible conversation. And also, you can no longer say all these players are overrated because they now have the silverware to match what we're saying they are. And I do think people acknowledge Saliba's great, Gabriel's great. They don't acknowledge the manager until he wins, because I was with LB yesterday. You seen the video I posted? He said he said he dislikes the guy. I'm like, why?
Who? He dislikes who?
Did you see the video? You didn't see it?
No. He dislikes who?
I gotta show you. Let me show you. Where is it? Here it is. I post so many videos and things, but it was on the Football Terrace yesterday. I had LB on, and LB was like, here it is. Call my manager all sorts of names on a regular basis. What are you talking about?
I think your manager's a good manager. I don't like him because I don't like him as a person. Don't mean I don't think he's a good manager.
What did he do to you as a person?
I just think he's a prick. I think he's still a good manager.
For what?
I just don't like him. Why
is he a prick? This is the media.
I don't like the way he conducts himself. I think he's a prick.
The media.
Don't mean I don't think he's a good manager.
For what? What has Arteta ever done to be a prick?
I just think he is.
I'm just fuming because I'm like, why can't you tell me?
Why? I think Arteta is not a likable person. I don't think he is a likable person. Like, I think he's just okay. Like, I don't think people like Mikel Arteta as such. Like, I don't think he's why you as an Arsenal fan want people to like Mikel Arteta as a person?
No, it's not about like him. Point out why you think he's
do you think Antonio Conte is a likable person on the touchline? I want you to think about it from a rival's perspective. If Antonio Conte is managing another club, is he a likable person?
No, but the reason why he's fiery and he'll give it back to you. I don't think Arteta does that. Arteta
on the touchline is an annoying person. He jumps up and down like
everyone's on the touchline and
not like him.
What do you mean? What does he do?
I think he jumps up and down too much. I think he moves too much. I think he complains too much. He calmed down this season, right? But during his time at Arsenal, he was annoying at that. I think his press conferences are good. I don't think he's a smug in the press conference. I think he's okay in the press conferences. But you're not going to tell me that as a rival, people... And why do you want people to like Mikel Arteta?
No, it's not about liking or not liking. I'm going
to give you an example.
I just thought in the moment, LB should have been able to voice reasons on why he felt he didn't like
I'm telling you why I don't like Mikel Arteta. And do you want to... When Antonio Conte used to manage Inter, I used to love the guy. For me, he used to jump up and down, complain all the time, pressure referees and pressure oppositions and talk to the opposition. I used to love it, right? But now he's coaching Napoli. I fucking hate it, that's okay, actually
so he's one of those guys you love him if he's yours.
Which is healthy, Egal. You don't like, it's okay to have people not liking your manager because his antics on the sideline. Why do you have to have the guy to be liked? Like, it's okay. Like, I think he's someone on the touch. I think if I'm an opposition and Arteta, he was calm yesterday. He was very calm yesterday. He conducted himself very well because he knows in the Champions League he cannot do these things, right? But I'm watching him in the Premier League, and many times on the touchline, he's annoying. I think he complains a lot. I think he jumps up and down like a cockroach, and then I don't like his antics on the touchline. But which is fine. It doesn't mean the difference between me and others, Egal, is that even though I might not like Arteta as a person on the touchline, I can say I don't know the guy personally. He might be the nicest guy on earth. He might be the guy that does a lot of good things, right? Outside the pitch. And also, it doesn't make me blind of analyzing his brand of football. Similar to Pep Guardiola. I don't think I like Pep Guardiola. I think
I don't have a problem with you voicing your opinion on why you dislike somebody, but if I ask you why, just please tell me why. That's all I was asking.
The only problem, this Egal, is I have a problem with people analyzing Mikel Arteta wrong because they dislike him as a person. I said that plenty of times. My dislike for this is the difference between I'm going to say this. It's what you judge more. The difference between me and a lot of other YouTubers and content creators out there, me liking or disliking your club will never blind me of analyzing your football club and the football you play fairly. Even Manchester United, even though I dislike Manchester United fan base and club, it will never blind me, right, from actually being fair to them. Me disliking Mikel Arteta, I'm never going to sit here and say, I dislike Mikel Arteta, he's a shit coach, which is what people do, right? I'm going to be fair to what I see in front of me in football, for Pep, for Arteta, for Glasner, for whoever.
Hey,
me liking you or disliking you has nothing to do with it.
Here, I dislike the Arsenal fans who hate him. And rivals, you should dislike him. I don't think you should like him.
Like Mourinho on the touchline was so fucking annoying. Me watching him, like when he managed Roma, he was so fucking annoying. I loved it for my club. At least I can be honest about it. I would love it for my club. I'll hate it for the opposition.
I think
but Mourinho is so annoying.
You explained it perfectly. Let's get on to this next part. Bro, in the Premier League, they call us boring. But in the actual reality, we are the most attacking team, and the rest of the Premier League actually has a lower defensive line than us. And all of our opponents have the highest defensive, highest defensive, the lowest defensive line also. So it's like we have the highest.
I think there's an element of a little bit warranted criticism.
Hear me out though. Let me lay the platform out. My point is, this is the red is Arsenal's opponent's defensive line. This other line.
Okay, see, can you make it full screen? Make it the other one where we are below, we're down there, and then it's like there's another layout that is better for sharing screen.
Yeah, so this is
zoom in now.
So this right here is all the Premier League teams' defensive lines. In the red is their defensive line when they're playing against Arsenal. This is their normal defensive line. There's only 3 teams that use their normal defensive line against Arsenal. Everybody else dropped their line by a significant little bit. That just goes to show you that Arsenal, when certain teams are playing Arsenal, they're a lot more defensive than they normally are. That's Man City, Villa, Newcastle, Leeds, Tottenham, all of these teams.
Okay, let me now. The only criticism I have is that I think still you build slow in transition. I understand if the opposition is playing a low block. That is warranted. That you gotta get slow, you build up slow. However, sometimes I watch teams come at Arsenal. Bournemouth did come at you. I think even Forest committed some players forward, especially in the beginning of the second half. But when you dispossess them, I think that you choose willingly to go for the control, right? Rice, slow it down. Odegaard, slow it down a little bit. The defense, Timber gets the ball, they go forward and they come back and slow it down. Not a lot in the league that I see Arsenal in transition go to the quick passes to reach the goal from there. So that is the only criticism. I am not a lot of Egal, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of times, Egal,
we have improved a lot on our transition play this year.
But still, I see a lot of times Arsenal choose the composure instead of being frantic a little bit, which is I understand.
Mo, I'm not looking at anything. Let me just make sure I change it. I'm looking straight at you. I generally think you're generalizing the entire season, but when you look at it, Man City counterattack we scored from. When in the Champions League, Martinelli, Atletico Bilbao counterattack. Real Madrid last year counterattack.
You're mentioning. I want you to mention. Don't mention big teams. Okay. Don't mention City. Don't mention Liverpool.
What about Leeds at home? Gyökeres' first goal.
Yeah, that's one game.
We did that all season. We've been improving our counterattacks. What about Burnley? when Trossard scored, Gyökeres started
So
it.
why are you not mentioning Liverpool, for example? When Liverpool came a little bit out, you chose still have control of the game. You did again the same
Not
against
every
Chelsea.
transition is perfect, but
Exactly.
But my point is,
Egal, our eyes
we
don't
have
deceive
improved
us.
our transition play this season a lot.
But my eyes don't deceive me. It's not about the low block, which is Dio, you're wrong in the chat. We are not talking about the low block. You cannot control. That's not in your hand. If the team is sitting in their half, in their area, you cannot control that. You have to actually pass the ball around multiple times. But I'm talking about teams don't sit exactly for 90 minutes. Even Forest came out of their area for a bit, for like 5-10 minutes.
Not really.
You're going to do this? You're going to do this?
Forest defended. They didn't generate any shots.
Okay. Which is the point. You're going to tell me that Forest, Elliot Anderson didn't move forward with Hudson-Odoi. And the reason why they didn't shoot because your defense is very good, right? So what happened is, that Forest, in a period of the game, came out of their shells a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Egal. I'm not wrong. At the end of the first half, Forest had more position than you for a period of more than 15 minutes. So it shows that they came out. So I went and checked. Maybe I was lying to myself. No, it's not. I saw Forest come at you. The problem is, and the fact that what proves me wrong, Egal, what proves me right, Egal, is that they didn't generate any shots, right? That means they were dispossessed. You know what I mean? Like it didn't end in a. You dispossess them, right? And then when you dispossess them, you give them the chance to retreat quickly because you're slow.
All right, Mo, let me just say this. The teams in the Premier League are much more cautious when they play Arsenal compared to the teams in the Champions League.
100%.
Hence why we've scored 20 goals and conceded 2 in the Champions League. But in the league, we have played so many more games, but we struggle a lot more to score goals in that league. It's not a coincidence because teams, their whole game plan in the Champions League is to just go mano and mano. In the league, these guys don't even look to score. They just say, keep it close the whole game. That's their whole aim. So in my opinion, it's not that Arsenal are bad at attacking. It's that our opponents are not letting us even play. They don't want us to play.
Fair enough. But don't take it as a criticism.
My main hypothesis here, if this was an essay, Mo, simple. My main starting hypothesis is that we have exposed the Premier League, that they're the defensive teams.
Egal. Great.
That Arsenal is doing their job at best it can to break down low blocks on a weekly basis.
Guys, from minute 35 to minute 64 in the Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal game, the position stat was 60% to Forest versus 40 to Arsenal. That's a period of 20 minutes. That is probably close to third of the game, right? Third of the game. Or, sorry, quarter of the game.
Why is that?
Okay? Because Forest had the courage to go up. You chose to do this.
No, it's because when we're struggling to break down a team with the ball, we give them the ball to see if we can force them into error.
That's Allegri style back in the days, which is fine. The problem with me is that when you dispossess them, at that time, you're still slow in the build-up. And it goes back and forth. It goes back and forth. In my opinion, that's the only criticism. That doesn't happen. I'm not generalizing it. I'm not saying that it's every single time. But my eyes say that the majority of the times, Arteta likes to control the game. Which is, by the way, in my opinion, that's what wins you the league. Control is what wins you the league. Frantic doesn't win you the league. Apart from Jurgen Klopp. I like what Arteta's doing. Because I think control wins you the league. And I like this.
Hey, I'm not too concerned about the league right now because Man City look finished this season at least. Let's see what Guehi and Semenyo can do when they get back into the team this weekend. But
they aren't coming back to challenge you for the league.
But Wolves are probably in better form right now than Man City. I've seen they're in better form. People keep saying it's a weak league. I don't like that agenda. Just because teams are a little bit better defensively doesn't mean it's a weak league. In actual reality, the league has been more competitive across the board. Think about it. From like the 13th till 4th is separated by 4 points. That just goes to show you how close it is in quality. And some of the best players, some of the most, the money in the Premier League is ridiculous also. You're right. Teams like Brighton and Brentford can spend way more money than you.
Dayo debunked this. Me and Terry said it. The league might not be as entertaining as you want, right? But the league now is much harder to win football matches than before. Much harder, by the way. Much harder. And Dayo gave us the stats yesterday, thanks to him. He said that there is already 16 draws, 0-0 draws now. And last season was total 17, and the season before was total 11. That means it is much harder to win football matches. My problem, and I said that on the terrace, my problem is people that say it's about winning only, but now they're complaining about the brand of football. Which one is it? Which one you want? Do you want the brand of football? Do you want the entertaining football, or you want the winning football? This is how to win football fucking matches, and this is how to win the Premier League. You're 7 points there. Which one do you want?
There is no criteria to winning except for having the most points at the end of the season or the most goal difference at the end of the season, if it's close. Either way, you need to have the most and be at the top come the end of the season. How you get there doesn't matter. Henry said it himself. We told Arteta, get us there at the end of the season. How he does it, we shouldn't be complaining. We should just be happy that we're still in a position where we can go on and win it, and it looks like we're going to go do it, hopefully. Now, I got quick fire because I know you got to go.
No, hold on. I got something I want to check. Right?
All right.
Just give me a second. Chances last season. Yeah, Arsenal are 67 big chances created in the league, only 5 behind Man City. So what is the problem? Why are people complaining?
The problem is we're not tiki-taking into the box to get a goal and walk it into the back of the net. But you know what? Yesterday's performance, if we get that kind of performance like we did against you guys, I don't think anyone's complaining. It's the fact that when we play in the Premier League, the game just becomes slow, lethargic, and quiet. The games in the Premier League just seem so much more draining.
It's harder, to play now in the league.
Yeah. Anyways, quick fire. The first one. What do you think about Gabriel and Saliba, second most clean sheets in Premier League centre-back pairing since the 2000s? Do you think they could go down as could they go down as the best centre-back partnership in Premier League history, surpass Vidic and Rio?
No, they need to win. It is possible, but they need to win. And also, there is one more thing that I think there is too many interruptions to this partnership, actually. This guy gets injured, this guy gets injured, this guy's out, this guy's in. Like, they need to stay like 35 games together, playing every single game in the league, or 34 games. And you to win the league for us to say this, basically. That's what is. And that's not happening for you, actually. Your back line is very inconsistent.
So if
because
they
of the
win
injuries.
Season, you're not
if they win the league this season, it doesn't change anything.
Saliba and Gabriel don't get team of the year?
They do, of course. Saliba and Gabriel will be the best 2 defenders.
Or would Gahey still make it because of his Palace start?
No, Gahey's not going to make it.
All right. Next thing, quick fire. The next one is, where is it? Obviously, Ethan going to Marseille. I think it's a good move. I think a lot of people are just complaining because they want to see him get game time at Arsenal and continue to stay at Arsenal. But he is not going to get as much minutes, and it's better for him to go get a loan and come back a better player, hopefully.
Yeah. It's very good for him, to be honest. Very, very good for him.
What about Eze and Odegaard?
I love Eze. I just think that they both need to play together somehow.
Ooh.
I actually would love to see Declan Rice, Eze, Odegaard midfield, or Zubamendi, Eze, Odegaard midfield.
Zubamendi's been so good, though. It's just tough to drop.
One of them, Declan Rice, and I think Declan Rice.
Zubamendi's world class?
He's good. He's not. I don't know what that world class mean yet. He's been okay.
Do you think he's amongst the best in the 2 best in his position in the league?
It's not about that. To be honest with you, I don't see someone now that is stand out in that position that I can say. For me to be world class, it's not only the top 2 or the top 3. You gotta be stand out. And I don't think there is someone.
Is he in the same conversation as Declan Rice and Rodri for midfielders this season, performances-wise?
No. I think Declan Rice has been more consistent. I think Zubamendi has been good. By the way, Rodri is not in a conversation of anything.
No, I'm just saying like that kind of level quality. Do you think Caicedo is better than Zubamendi?
I think Caicedo has the ability to be better than Zubimendi. I think if Caicedo played for Mikel Arteta, he would be better than Zubimendi, in my opinion. The problem is he played for Chelsea. Like, better manager, better structure, more stable team, more stable teammates, like everything, better environment, like everything around him would make him. You cannot tell me here that Caicedo, as a DM, would not be fantastic for Arsenal. He would be great.
Hey, good news. Hincapie is going to be back, guys, for the Manchester United game. And I just want to ask, what do you think about this weekend? I think Man United fans are getting so gassed, bro. Today at work, I have a Man United fan as one of my friends at work. He told me he thinks Man United is going to beat them. And I asked him, what's the percentage? He thinks 60% odds of Man United winning. I'm like, based on what? He's like, bro, under Carrick, we're a better team now. And if we play the same way we played versus Man City, we're going to beat you. I'm like,
no, they forget it's at the Emirates, but no, it's not gonna happen.
That's what I was
saying.
Number
one, Man United are very bad in set pieces.
But you know what it is, Mo? The moment I say we're a good team, we're gonna probably beat you. They're like, you see, this is why people hate Arsenal fans. You think you're the best,
but you are the best.
But they can't have Arsenal fans being good.
But you are the best. Just I don't understand how people is finding it so hard in them to actually be honest about football.
They can't accept it. They can't accept it. It's ridiculous.
That's why I want to talk about the football. So I need Arsenal to win something this season so we can stop saying, but they haven't won. Your argument back cannot be, but they haven't won anything when we're analyzing the football in January 20th of 2026. That's not, shouldn't be your argument.
All right. Final thing. I'm not going to ask you anything else. Kai Havertz is back. Jesus is there. GYOKERES is there. You're saying Jesus is going to be their starter.
Yeah, I think so.
Crucial game, must-win game. You have GYOKERES as the bench guy coming off the bench to kill off teams.
Yes, Jesus, yes, start. Yes.
What about Havertz?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We don't know which Havertz. Bro, I haven't seen Havertz. When is the last time you seen Havertz play football?
Bro, it was
February,
the first
right?
game of the season, Man United.
And then he played that one game after being injured the season before. You remember he was injured at the end of the transfer window in January. And then he played one game, and that was it. So basically, the last time Arsenal fans saw Havertz play proper football was January of 2025.
Composure, lads. Are you taking the piss like Aaron is? Yeah, these guys. I don't know if you've seen Aaron, the guy who's on the terrace, the Arsenal fan.
What about him?
He takes a picture of me and my voice and makes it his intro of me saying "composure, lads" on his YouTube channel. It's such a weird...
okay, whatever.
Anyway,
strange behavior.
I think the Arteta out people are ridiculous. They still, after us at this moment in time, if you're still an Arteta outer and you want Luis Enrique to come in if Arteta wins the league, you're crazy. Even if Arteta wins the league, I'm not replacing him for Luis Enrique, ever. I'm keeping him.
No, I don't think so, yeah. I don't think he should, to be honest.
Anyways, yeah. That's it, Mo. Do you have anything to say?
I think no, bro. Congratulations. Hopefully Liverpool will lose today. We'll take it from here.
All right. You have a good day, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Make sure you check out Footy Judge Mo. You're going to be live later tonight?
Nah. Done today. Done for the day.
Hey, no big games today. Who's playing?
No Liverpool, Marseille.
No one even cares.
And Chelsea play Paphos.
Oh, by the way, did you see what Slot said? Oh my God.
No,
he said you should, he basically said something across the lines. You guys should be grateful we won the league twice in 30 years.
Really? He said that?
Bro,
he's lost his mind, bro.
Listen, look at this. Can you see it?
He's lost his mind.
Arne Slot reacts to those saying he still has to prove he can be successful at Liverpool. If you've won the league at the club, which won twice in 30 years, I'm surprised to hear that.
Great. And that's FC.
Wallahi, banter FC right now. You're right. Anyways, we're going to wrap it up, guys. You have a good day, Mo. I appreciate it, guys. Have a good one. I'll catch you in the next one. Don't know.
See you, people.